Hello and welcome back, guys. So I'm gonna start something fresh today, uh, a new series. I figured this time I wanted to play somewhere in the Caucasus, or in between the Caucasus and the Middle East, and within the Abbasid Empire. So I decided I wanted to play as Prince Ashot of the Armenian Principalities, and a very important historical character. Um, and so, what I want to do with this character is basically create Greater Armenia. So it's going to be really tough. Now the problem is that the Abbasids control us, but I do maintain my Christian faith, which is a very interesting start. So I'm within an empire, a Muslim empire, yet I am Christian. I am a Christian king. So our government rank is of kingdom tiered. So that's an interesting start. And now, as for Prince Ashot, his character is very good because you got 24 diplomacy, which is excellent. He's poor on the martial. Stewardship is excellent. Your intrigue is average, and your learning is good. I mean, this is a very, very good start for that reason. So I'm gonna go on the diplomacy route. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to increase the August perks to get to the true ruler, so I can have alpha vassalization acceptance of 25 or plus 25, because around me here you see different principalities that I will try to offer vassalage to eventually. So this is my cousin here, and if you look here into the tabs, you can see that I can already begin by vassalizing this count right here, who's independent. So he's going to join my realms. He's also of the Armenian culture, and then there's him as well, with just a bit of, swaying. This is Prince or Count Simbat of Iran. I can get him in. So this is going to be a very interesting start. And like I said, I want to revive Greater Armenia, and for that you need to control the whole. You need to hold the following duchies, right? All the duchies in the former Armenian Empire become de jure. Pardon me. Here, if held, the following kingdoms will become de jure part of Greater Armenia: Georgia, Dailam, Jazeera, Syria, Anatolia, Pontus, and Jerusalem. And for that, I need to control this whole region here. This is considered part of Greater Armenia. So it's not an undoable. It's not impossible, but you got to tread carefully, especially because of the religious dynamic. But we do have the Byzantines beside us, so that can be good. Now I want to see what kind of marriage I can get my heir, right? And what kind of alliance I can get us. So you got Kingdom of Bulgaria, but obviously I'm not going to commit to that. I'd rather have the Byzantines on my side. And I wonder if I start a war with the Abbasids, if I can drag the Byzantines into this war. So you look at the factions here, and we are already, you can see that there are independence factions that are already forming. I could join, and I just did, and now we're at 223%. The thing is, though, I kind of want to be, the one starting a war, because if I do, then I think I may be able to call the Byzantines in. We'll see. Yeah. Let me see if I can get them to come in. Well, I didn't get an alliance out of that marriage. So now I did. And let me see if I can bring them in. I'm not sure. Well, we pressed the demands. Actually, we became independent. Wow. That was easy. We became independent. So the Abbasids just basically gave up. I didn't notice that until now. Okay, alright, perfect. So, which is why I'm not in a war, and I can swear fealty. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start gobbling these people up, right? But let me see first. It's gonna be costly on the prestige, and I'm gonna ask this guy to convert to perfect. But I can ask him to convert, yet he's not part of my domains. Alright. So, let me see if I can get my wife to assist me on diplomacy. Right, she's going to give me +3 on diplomacy, which means that maybe I can vassalize people around me. Okay. So the good thing is we got an alliance with the Byzantines, and already we're off to a good start. It's going to be a very simple start in my opinion. Let me see what I can call holy wars. I'm just a little bit worried about the Abbasids because Sunni forces can join in. But then again, I do have the Byzantines on my side. So let's wait until I can actually call for a duchy holy war. I'll go on a pilgrimage. I don't have enough money actually. Just yet. But why not? Let's do it. We're going on a pilgrimage to Kapan. And let's look at the apostolic church, what we get. We get communion. Okay. So people do get excommunicated. You get communal identity, which gives conversion speed in counties of my culture +50. And promote culture speed in counties of my faith. That's kind of interesting, and the communal identity, because you know, it's with the Armenian church, it's not just kind of a religious identity, but it's also a cultural identity. So which is why, you know, the culture remains strong. And then you get aniconism, which gives you the ability to build temples faster and at a less costly price. And same thing with holdings, right? Okay. So I gain piety, and I think now I can launch, but the thing is I'm not faithful yet. I'm not at that level of faithfulness. So perfect. We are gaining a lot of piety. Okay. And I am now faithful enough to be able to attack them. And I'm gonna call for a holy war, and let's hope things go well. The thing is, let me see what my allies are doing right now. They're currently in a war. They're defending. Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait and not do, you know, anything kind of not blunder or anything. So I will wait right now and see. I am swaying these guys. This is a very easy start, actually. Much easier than I anticipated. If these guys can fall apart, the Abbasids, and, you know, end up in long wars, I think, you know, we can end them very quickly. They're really a paper tiger, I think, at the beginning. It's the Seljuks I find that are the most dangerous for the Byzantines. That's in the second start, in the 1066, I think, is the start, yeah. But with in here, it's pretty easy. I don't find the Abbasids to be that dangerous. Let's see what's going on in the region, in the steppes. The Kyrgyz Khanate is pretty strong. I mentioned it in previous videos. I was able to pull a world conquest with them. But let's see. I'm just waiting for my Byzantine allies to you know, finish the war that they're in, and then let me see if I can vassalize. Okay, I can finally vassalize Count Simbat. So he's gonna join. Perfect. We are growing. We haven't even attacked anyone just yet. Let's see. Who else? I can probably vassalize, or I will try to vassalize him. And my cousin cannot be because he's at war. But the thing is, I don't have a Casus Belli on him. I do, however, let me see. I am set to inherit this principality if I can kill just enough people. So I think what I'm going to do is see if I can murder him. But no, I don't have the that's the problem. I don't have the enough scheming, right? Or I don't have enough intrigue to be able to do that. So I can attack these areas. Let's see what the cultures are here. Greetings, Prince Ashot. I've heard good things about you, and I'm interested in starting a written conversation. I hope that this letter finds you willing, for I am waiting for your swift reply. Start exchange letters with Al-Mu'taz. Frame the Caliph's letter in my hall. Politely decline. You know what? Let's see what he wants to discuss. Why not? Let's discuss the finer points of etiquette. It's an interesting situation to be in. Are you trying to make me feel like an idiot? Your last letter was so full of obscura I could not follow one sentence in 3. And to think I used to value your friendship. Okay, well, he really doesn't like me anymore. So who are they attacking? They're attacking the Sultanate of Egypt. Oh, and if they get that, they're gonna get a lot of levies. So have to be careful. I always have to maintain good relations with the Byzantines. Okay, so I think given the circumstances, given the situation right now, I might actually, you know, go to war. Let me see what the development looks like in these areas. So this is, you know, not the greatest and not the greatest, but I don't know. It's tough to say. I just hope my cousin can, you know, die, and then his heir as well. But for the time being, I think, I mean, it would be nice to have, you know, some water. So maybe if I want to move around in the Caspian, I don't know. But these guys have levies. They have enough levies. So let me now see if I can call my allies. It's going to cost me a lot of prestige. Maybe I'll wait just for now. Let's see. He's on the battlefield. And we just kind of desecrated them there. There was this, not desecrated, but we did give them a beating. If anybody else joins this war, and if they get any Sunni allies or Ash'ari allies, I might have to actually call my allies here, the Byzantines, because that would be a really difficult situation to be in. But, you know, we're doing well so far. I don't see the point of it just yet. Benevolent intent. Sway scheme power. Okay. Just keep an eye on the alliances. Okay, we're good so far. So we're attacking them in Khachen. And we have a good military advantage here. Perfect. I can negotiate an alliance with my brother-in-law. I don't think I will, because I might want to actually attack him later. I'm swaying him, so it's okay. I'm gonna vassalize him anyway. I'm not sure if you can vassalize allies. Okay, this war is practically over. Okay. Still no one joined them. So we're good. We're expanding well. Right? This is the ideal start I would want it. I want it. So let's see here. And then we might go for Turibaran too later on. But he does have an ally in the Emir Marwan ibn Umar. So I think I might have to call the Byzantines into that war, perhaps. I think when I include these new counties in my domains, neighboring people will have more incentives to join me. So, okay, all right. So there we go. We're already expanding. The Armenian Principalities are getting pretty massive. Let's see, we're at 2,300 levies. Let's give new territory to one of my vassals, someone who's not yet powerful, or actually to one of the powerful but one of the least powerful vassals. Let's see how much this guy has. So he's considered a powerful vassal, but he doesn't have much. Okay, newly acquired Principality of okay, perfect. So we're at 7-7. Keep it, you know, at the domain limit, and I'm gonna grant this to a low noble. So now we're good. We're 7-7 now. Okay, all right. The Byzantines are not at war. We can start another war for the whole duchy. I think it's a smart idea. We can go for Sajid. And they're attacking someone at the moment. This might be a good idea. Let's see. Can I vassalize anyone? Yes, Count Bagrat. Okay, perfect. So we're adding more territory. Perfect. We're getting close to you know, our intended objective, which is reviving Greater Armenia. I completely control the region of former Armenian Empire. Okay, wow, I need to go even into Byzantine lands. So that's going to be a little bit tricky. I also need Shahrazur as well. Their capital changed. That's interesting. Let's... because Baghdad would be somewhere... right here. Baghdad is here. They still control Baghdad, but they decided to change the capital. That's interesting. For the Zoroastrians, I think they're in a perfect position too, because you know the Muslim empires are weakened. The Muslim empire is weakened. I'm talking about the Abbasids. So from their point of view, it's actually it's great. Okay, so we're starting another war. I don't know if I'm just a little bit worried that the Abbasids might join. And now I'm trying to get the Emirate of Azerbaijan. So this is Tabriz, which is actually modern day Iran. Alright, we're going for Tabriz right now. Let me see, is he on the battlefield? Yes, he is. He's wearing the attire of a commander. So, I'm ready to call the Byzantines if anything kind of gets worse, but so far we're pretty good. What can I inherit? Okay. Oh, they basically brought in mercenaries. I think, you know what, just in case. So far no Asherites have joined, so that's good. But they're outnumbering me. And I don't have the money to bring in mercenaries, so I think I'm gonna call them to war. I know it's a bit of a costly move, but at the end of the day, I mean, this is gonna get me so much territory, so much land, so why not? You know, ideally I would have just wanted to do this by myself, but I also don't want to get massacred either. Where are the Byzantines? Are they on their way? Yeah, they are. Oh, these are some really good allies to have. So you see here, they're coming towards me. My commander is at 18. That's not bad. It's my brother. It says that it's going to be a fairly even battle. They have defensive buildings, more army commander traits, higher quality, but we have a better army commander. Let's see how this works. Yeah, we've already been... I think we're already getting decimated. But it's okay. At least we have the capital and the Byzantines are on their way, so... Sure, let's start some exchanges. Wow, that was a bad loss. But the Byzantines are coming to aid. They're coming to our aid, so it's okay. And I think they're gonna decimate them here. Okay, perfect. Let's see what our capital looks like in terms of development. Okay, so we're gonna have to build stuff too. I want to see what the decision of getting Greater Armenia gives you. It has the effects of getting the empire, and then you basically get de jure claims on all these territories. So no crazy buffs or anything, but whatever, we'll take it. I wonder what the Abbasids think right now. They're in multiple wars. I don't think they're thinking much. Is there a way that I can ever vassalize him? No, I don't know. I don't think so. Let's see, my son is... He's shy, that's a bad trait. Ambitious and patient and has great eminence. But being shy is really bad for stress, so that's going to be a little bit tricky. Let's see our daughters, what we can get out of this. We can get... So for the first daughter, I'd rather she marries matrilineally. But for the second daughter, let's see this. Maybe we can get her married to someone, the child of, I think it's, who is it? Or I'm not sure. But we're gonna get an alliance with Abkhazia right now. So yeah. Perfect. We won this war. Oh, we're already spreading. Disband. Alright, so Abkhazia, who called us into war? I think it's... Never mind, it's probably done. Okay, so we... as you can see here, now we're... Basically, we have a foothold in Persia, or the Persian Empire. I wonder if I go Zoroastrian, which I don't want to right now, or I wouldn't do it right now. But I wonder if that can give you the chance to also revive the Persian Empire, because... I'm not sure in this game, but our culture, is it part of the Byzantine cultures? Or yes, it's part of the Byzantine cultures, which makes sense. Yeah, so you probably won't be able to revive the Persian Empire. Alright. Should I go for more lands? Probably, but first I gotta relax from warfare and, you know, ransom this kid. And marry... Who is this? My brother. Would I get an alliance? County of Laconia. Why not marry him? Now, as for my other daughter, I'm gonna get her a marriage with Bulgaria. So, let's see. So this kid has lisping. That's okay. I don't think my daughter will ever rule anyways. No, we are much better than most people around us right now. So let's see. Let's give some territories to the vassals here. I'm obviously gonna stick to my own. You know, I don't like you know, empowering people from different cultures or religions in this game, because you get the penalty, right? You already get a penalty the moment that you do that. So I prefer just sticking to Armenians or anyone, you know, whatever dynasty culture is you're playing as. But you know, it's better to have that, because you'll have less issues with factions and your vassals too. So that's always a good thing. Tabriz looks nice. It's better than Ani, I think. Yeah. The thing is about Ani is that it's in the hills. It's a nice capital to have. Tabriz is dry lands. I mean, on the defensively, let me see what dry lands are usually. I mean, it's usually good for the defensive, but I'll stick to what I have for now. I'll stick to Ani. I'm not gonna change my capital, but I will keep Tabriz and give some, you know, the principality of maybe, let's see, one of these principalities to someone else, to another vassal. So, for example, this mayor here can get these two, then he'll cease being a mayor. Oh, why? You can't grant titles from your own domain. That's weird. Okay. Okay, I can't for some reason. Okay, alright. And Tabriz will have to go to someone else. Thing is, this will go to the a low noble. Is there another city that I need to give away that I'm not aware of? Okay, Bolnisi. Okay, perfect. So look at us now. I mean, we're getting very close to becoming a really powerful empire. I think I can actually attack the Byzantines. That's not the Byzantines, sorry, the Abbasids. But calling my allies is going to be so costly on prestige. So for the time being, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold a feast, or I'm actually going to go on a hunt. Okay, this is going to give me some excellent prestige. I'll go on a hunt. Okay. Maybe wait for the Abbasids to get dragged into more wars, or let those wars drag on for them. Look, they barely have anything. They have 2 allies, but they're not much. I think the Byzantines will suffice for a war. This is perhaps the best expansion start ever. You know, the most ideal way to expand. For the time being though, maybe I can attack these guys. Why not, right? And then eventually I'm gonna start actually, oh darn, I forgot about these people too. They're allied. Okay, but they're not, they're both vastly inferior, so it's okay. And these guys, Marwan, are actually in the Marwanids are in their own war, so essentially we're just gonna capture this whole region. He's getting old. No, he's not old at all. God will judge these sinners. A shameful truth has reached the light of day. My vassal mayor Vasak has copulated with his lover Baidzad. Such things cannot be accepted outside of marriage. Okay, we don't even have any factions against us. That's perfect. But I think I might actually attack the Byzantines. Oh, look at them now. They're attacking. They're in another war with the Egyptians, the Tulunids. And are they fighting for a claim over Egypt? Let's see. All right. Perfect. I think we're good. Okay, and our enemies are getting desecrated in their other war. They're also facing a peasant war too. These guys want me to come to war, okay, against the Khazars. Ah, I don't think there's anything we can do. Oh, that's another enemy that we need to be mindful of. But hey, look, they're defending and they're defending, and then they're defending against. It's Abkhazia that's attacking. Okay, I assumed it would be the Khazars because they're usually so aggressive and they're so powerful. Okay, so the Caucasus are going to basically, I mean, we're going to be able to control them, the region, the entire region very soon at the rate that we're going. I mean, I didn't expect me to go this far, right? I don't want any rivals. This guy's actually not even powerful though. No, I need the prestige though, because I might have to call the Byzantines in a later war. Oh wow, this is embarrassing for the Abbasids. The Byzantines are not doing much. Okay, they're peasants. Peasant revolt coming soon. Look at these the Zoroastrians here. This is actually interesting. So the Alavids and in the Dailami region are Zaydis. The Zaydi branch of Shia Islam, it's the Fiver branch, was actually pretty popular in that region of modern day Iran. So it's actually interesting to see the historical accuracy in this game. I love this game for that reason. You know, it's they get you kind of the real, they bring in the real circumstances. You know, for any kind of history geek, you always appreciate seeing these things. Okay. So the Marwanids are not even helping out my enemies. So I think maybe in this battle, he's in his capital though, so I'm not gonna be able to capture him. But in this battle, it's I think this war, I won't say it won't be decided. I mean, nothing much changed, but okay, we should be able to finish this war soon. Okay, I know it's not good to give these people their way, the peasants, but I'm in a bit of a war right now. Perfect. Who do we catch? Oh. We caught the son of the principality. Look at us expanding now. We're making huge gains here. Huge gains. The Armenian Principalities. I like this. I think now is the time to actually attack the Byzantines with anything. And let's see. Not the Byzantines, the Abbasids. But the Abbasids are attacking who? Who are they attacking? Oh, they're trying to get Palermo. Good. So after they get Palermo, I'm gonna attack the Abbasids. So for the time being, maybe I can attack the Marwanids. Yeah, why not? They're vastly inferior. But the thing is, I don't have enough piety. So maybe I should wait off a little bit. Maybe it's not the time to attack anybody, because I'll probably need that to attack the Abbasids, right? Because I'm gonna do a holy war. And I think with the holy war, let's see what I'm gonna get. maybe go for the Emirate of Kurdistan. Or maybe go for a whole kingdom. The Kingdom of Jazeera, probably. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the Kingdom of Jazeera. But to be able to get there, I need that piety. So let's wait. There might be some waiting required for the time being. Then again, I can attack these guys. They're vastly inferior. Everyone's seems to be vastly inferior at this point. If anything, right now I need to be giving away some territory. So what I do is, again, I look for weaker vassals, usually mayors, and I grant them newly acquired territory. Like this. And then now there's a city, for example, that you need to give away. Patmos. And here we are. Look at us now. Expanding pretty well. Expanding really well now. The Abbasids are actually vastly inferior to us, which is really interesting. The game is about to kind of... This has turned into a game changer. Okay. I just want the Byzantines to end their war too. But then again, we don't have enough sufficient piety just yet, so... Okay, now I'm fourth in line to inherit this because this guy had many children. My cousin. He lost an eye. He's one-eyed. Okay. Alright. I'm just so power hungry now. I wonder if I actually put my capital in the Persian Empire, the Juri lands, would that give me the opportunity as well to restore the Persian Empire? I'm not sure, because I'm not sure you need to be of the cultural group, like Iranic, to be able to do that. That's the thing. So let's see the cultural groups. Maybe you do need to be. Like the Dilemites, for example, are, you know, part of the Iranian group. So are the Persians and the Tajiks and the Afghans and the Baluch. So I'm not sure if it's related to your culture or the region, but in any case, we do want to create Greater Armenia, so it's fine. There are many titles that can be created, like the Kingdom of Armenia, the Kingdom of Dailam, and let me see if I can actually create an empire too. No, I can't, because the empire here. But this is the problem right now. Is okay. The good thing is I only have one son, because with Confederate partition, which is the worst thing ever, I should maybe go for plenary ideas. Hold on. With Confederate partition, you or plenary assemblies, yeah, 37 years. So I can go Crown Authority 2. That's what I want to do. So I can be able to revoke when I want. But problem is, if I have two sons, a second son now, upon what's it called? Not abdication, but when I become let me send this guy a gift. Hopefully this will work. Perfect. We're gonna vassalize him. When I become when I pass away, or my character passes away, and then there is a succession, they will automatically create another kingdom-tiered government if it's available for the second son. So then the kingdom will split. So I really don't like the succession law that we're in right now. It's terrible. So we need to be very careful. So look at us now. We're really growing. We're really, really growing. The Armenian Principalities. I like this. I like the name too. It's a pretty cool name. Sure, I mean, Why am I being called to wars right now? I guess that's the thing about having allies. Okay, so look. The Byzantines, and look at the Abbasids. They're really in danger right now. I can go on a pilgrimage in a few years. So up until now, there's not much I can do. Titles can be created. Wow, I've never been this powerful. This quick. This is a really, really good character to start with, by the way. And look, all my vassals like me. I have nothing to worry about. But we need to find ways to increase piety. We need more piety. I can declare wars on many people. I can declare a war on the Khazars. I want to become more powerful than the Byzantines, actually. Because eventually I'm going to have to go to war with them. This is probably one of the best... Okay, time to build men-at-arms. It's probably one of the best starts I could have hoped for. I will do bowmen and also onagers as well. Bowmen are good in hills, and as you can see here, the whole terrain, right, is mostly hills. So that's going to be useful. I want to make sure to have a powerful army. And then eventually we're going to also start developing as well. But for the time being, I kind of like this situation. I just want to see what I can do with the Abbasids. They're really losing battles. And so there's an Assyrian uprising here. So that's very neat. And if they get these territories, they're Nestorians, they'll have their own independent state at my borders, which I could probably try to vassalize. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but my character is really good on the diplomacy end, and he also has the plus 25 perk for vassalization. So that's really good. I'm basically going to roll through here, this whole region. Wow, the Abbasids are really, really, really endangered right now. And I think because this might take a little bit of time, I'm going to cut this episode now, and then I'm going to come to another episode in a bit, and then continue the expansion of the Armenian Principalities in hopes of reviving the Greater Armenia. So we're going to create the Empire of Greater Armenia, which has historical Kilikia and Armenia and Jazeera in its realms. So I'll be back in the following episode, and hopefully this expansion can continue to go on. Please don't forget to hit subscribe when you get the chance, and thank you for watching.